Few days back I made a video on how I build multiple income streams. Then I get a question from a lot of people that how do I manage my time? I'm doing a full-time job, I'm doing content creation since many years, I do freelancing. In this video I will talk about how I manage my time and how do I do multiple things. If you can watch this video till the end, you will get to know a lot of things. No one will tell you all these things because only a person who will manage these things will tell you. So I have been in this space, I have been managing multiple things. I believe like I'm the right one to talk about this topic. So like I don't want to talk about every random stuff that is available in the internet. I just want to explain how I manage things personally, but not about every random stuff, not time management laws or any other stuff. I'm not going to talk about all those existing information, and I don't want to bore you. I just want to share my things, how I do, how I manage things. Let's get into the video. In this video what I will do is like I will take up challenges in managing time, and I will answer my version of how do I tackle those challenges. It might be many things, right? It was not really easy to manage multiple things because I'm working for a full-time job to spend at least 9 to 10 hours for my job. I need to sleep for at least 8 to 9 hours, so I will be left only with 4 to 5 hours every day. And if you can skip the breakfast, lunch, dinner, the other activities, I might hardly get 2 to 3 hours, right? But still I'm able to do multiple things. It's not that I only use 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes I use more than that, sometimes I use less than that, sometimes I only do one thing every day. The first step is prioritizing tasks. It is the challenge. Like if you want to do, if you want to manage multiple things, or if you want to work on multiple things, you might be a student and you want to work on your side hustle, or if you are already working and if you want to start a YouTube channel or start you can say trading or investing in stock market. So whatever it might be, you want to explore a new side hustle, but you feel like you're not getting time. And the first challenge you might get is how to prioritize things, because even in my case, like job is my full-time thing, right? So that is where I'm getting my primary source of income. Majority of my income will come from it. So I need to prioritize it first. Like when there is any meeting there, like I need to attend it. Like I cannot say like I can't attend the meeting because I need to shoot my YouTube video. Like I cannot say something like this, right? It is where the real challenge comes in. You need to prioritize things, because like I need to make sure I spend quality time for my job. I need to fulfill those things, otherwise like they will not agree, like no one will agree with that. So that is something is my priority. And like every 1 or 2 days, like I will be posting a YouTube video, an Instagram reel or Instagram carousel or LinkedIn post, or write something on Twitter. I manage a blog as well, so I post many different things out there in social media. I do take some freelancing gigs there. I do make videos for other channels as well. I parallelly work on writing books. So if you already knew that I already published 2 books so far. So how I'm managing all these things? So the thing is, you need to prioritize things based on urgency as well as importance. So let's suppose you have a flexibility of timings. Like let's suppose like I have a flexibility in my job role. Like I start at 11 a.m. in the morning. I will close at like around 11 p.m. in the night. So there is a 12-hour time frame that I use for my job. It doesn't mean I spend 12 hours completely for my job. In these 12 hours I also do my stuff. Sometimes I edit videos, sometimes I design something, sometimes I write something, I write scripts for my videos, sometimes I spend time on writing something, and sometimes I do shoot YouTube videos, I shoot shorts and reels. I do all of these things in the middle. So as I said, like I will not spend more than that. Mostly like I will close my work by 11 or 11:30 p.m. in the night. I never work till like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the early mornings. Like I don't like that. I feel like sleep is also an important thing, so I don't compromise on that. So the thing is, like I only work for 12 hours a day, and in that 12 hours I do all of these things. You might not get chance to work on everything in a single day. Like I will prioritize things. Like so okay, today is Monday, so I need to shoot videos today. So shooting is something that I need to focus on apart from my job. And if you feel like the other day, like I need to spend time on editing those or creating some designs for it or creating some short reels or something. And the Wednesday or Thursday, like I feel like writing something, spending time on researching about my next YouTube video scripts or any other content piece of script, and writing down content. And Friday, like I might feel like uploading things and researching on new things. See, like every day, like I will prioritize things. Like today I need to do something, So next day I will need to do something. So this is the plan that I make for myself, because without a proper plan you cannot prioritize things. So this is something that I do every day, because it's not like I do everything every single day. It is not possible, and it is never possible as well. Another important thing is setting deadlines. So it is one of the biggest challenge for many of the people, because without a deadline you will ultimately procrastinate things. So it is important to set deadlines. So how to do that? In general, like I use Google Calendar to set up deadlines. So Google Calendar is full of events and tasks. So it's simple app, like you can simply download Google Calendar and schedule tasks and events there. It like was I tell myself that so Monday 11 a.m. is the time to shoot YouTube videos. I set a reminder and add as a task in Google Calendar. So like from 10:30 a.m. in the morning, like I get notifications that you need to do YouTube video shoot at 11 a.m. I will tell myself like so the shooting part should be done by this day. I set a task in Google Calendar, and the editing part should be done 2 days before it. I will set a task in Google Calendar. I can say the research for the new video will be done by this day. So I set up something like this. Let's suppose I'm writing a blog. I said like every day, like you need to spend at least 5 to 10 minutes writing this blog. So I will set up a calendar, like dedicated 15 minutes for that, right on. And sometimes like during night time, mostly I do research on night times, because daytime like I spend time I think quite productively and busily as well. So that's the reason why I hardly get time for research. I use the night time, like after 10 p.m. like I mostly use the time for research, because I feel like that is the best time to research, and the other best time is the early morning times. Sometimes early morning might not be possible, so that's the reason why I spend every night, like I set up a task in Google Calendar, like this is the research time. And if it's not possible, if the research is not possible for a certain day, I will make sure that I do research on the next day morning as well. So every now and then, like I set task in Google Calendar, and I spend at least 30 minutes to 1 hour every single day for research. For research you don't need a laptop or high-end internet connection. Even with my mobile I will do that. So I will learn about something. Without learning and upskilling, you cannot manage multiple things. You need to make sure you spend time on research and upskilling. So that is also considered to be a priority for me. So yeah, this is something that I follow. I set deadlines every now and then. For everything that I do, I set a deadline. Without deadlines you cannot complete anything on time, so that is impossible. And other important challenge is like eliminating distractions. Most of the people will not able to do other thing apart from their job, like, or apart from their education, because people spend 8 to 9 hours on college, or 9 to 10 hours on work, and they feel like they are exhausted and they cannot do anything. The reason is not because you are exhausted. The reason is because you have many distractions. So you tell yourself that you need to watch a web series every single day, or you start something which is a very lengthy web series, so you feel like you need to do that completely. Or you turned on notifications for all your apps while downloading your mobile apps. It will ask you to allow notifications. You click allow for everything without even reading it. So you will get many notifications and you feel distracted. Like you get a notification in Instagram that someone posted a reel, and you watch that and you end up watching 100 other reels. So it is how you are making yourself exhausted by just scrolling down, like that's it. So that is where you need to be cautious about. So I will make sure I turned off all my mobile notification unless it's important, like for work emails or work chat, like I turn them on because those are essential. I cannot ignore them. Rest everything, like I will turn off, because only when I feel like I need to spend time on social media, or I need to spend time on watching movies or series, I do that. Not because someone posted something. You need to be conscious about how you use your mobile phone. I always make sure that I turned off all the mobile notifications. That really helped me. Distractions will kill your time, will kill you a lot of time, and will make you unproductive. The other important thing is I use a planner. So using a planner is a very important thing. In general, like I use Notion. So Notion is a very productive tool. So I plan everything on Notion. It might be content planning, it might be my day planning, it might be journaling. I write down all the observations that I have got from my research. Like if I'm learning something or researching about something, I'll write down everything on Notion page. So it's like a diary, that's it. You can write down everything, and you'll also see many features available in Notion. So I plan my content at least for a month. I feel like, so okay, this month, first week, like I need to do all these things. Second week I need to do all these things. Third week I need to do all these things. I need to complete these number of blogs this month. I need to make sure I record at least these videos this month. I need to focus on these topics this month. So I will plan everything on my Notion. My Notion in general will look like a complete mess diary, but that is something that really helped me a lot. So the people will say like you don't need to plan anything to be productive, but planning is very essential thing. Once I started using this planner, like an app like Notion, that I really make myself very productive. So that is something that I use. I plan everything in advance using Notion. The other important thing is like you might ask me, so you work continuously for the complete day, like how is it? Like it is not possible. So I do not work for continuous 12 hours or 13 hours. It is never possible. You might experience burnout. So that is the reason it is important to take breaks. So like I work for 2 hours or 3 hours, I take break for half an hour. It might be a power nap, it might be entertaining myself, so or watching some cool stuff. And later like I resume my work. I work for 2 to 3 hours again. I take some break of 30 minutes or 1 hour. I work again. I take breaks. Breaks are very important, because once you feel like this is important and you start working for continuous 9 to 10 hours, then what will happen is like after working continuously for 9 to hours, you feel like you are exhausted, and you cannot work the other day. You feel like you need to take rest. So ultimately you will procrastinate and things will end. So that is the reason why it is important to take breaks. If you follow the habit of taking short breaks every 2 hour, every 2 to 3 hours, then what will happen is like you will not feel like exhausted, and you will get the same energy every day. So taking breaks is very very important, and also the sleep is equally important as well. So I will always make sure that I will get at least 8 hours of sleep. Other important thing is using technology effectively. So this is something that helped me a lot. See, the purpose of using technology to manage time is just to save time. That's it. Like I use apps like Buffer to schedule all my social media posts. The reason that is simple, like I cannot post for every 1 hour. It's like I posted an Instagram reel at 10 a.m. and then LinkedIn post at 9 a.m. and YouTube video at 12 p.m. and other Instagram post at 1 p.m. I will not do that, because if I open social media every single hour, then there are chances that I might get distracted. So that is the reason why I use apps like Buffer to schedule my stuff. Most of the Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter posts that I do, I schedule in advance. I spend half an hour to schedule all those things, and I also use many different apps as well. I said I use Notion to plan my entire thing. I use Google Calendar to set deadlines, and I also use ChatGPT for many of the things, like for keywords in my YouTube video. To write keywords, like it takes a lot of time to research on them. Instead of that, what I do is like I use ChatGPT to suggest me some keywords, or to suggest me some taglines or descriptions. And I also use apps like Trello. So Trello is something like if I feel like I'm getting thought, like I'm researching on something and I got a thought suddenly. I was traveling and I get a thought suddenly. It might be a content idea. So I will open the Trello app and write down whatever that is in my mind. So this way, like I use technology to save my time. So the main intention of using technology is to save time. That's it, right? So it creates some comfort for us, and we can save time as well. And other important thing is being realistic. Sometimes people feel like I will do multiple things, but no. If you tell yourself that you need to do multiple things, you will never. So instead of that, do one by one and be realistic. Sometimes I get tempted to make many things, to I can say, to maintain multiple websites, to write to maintain multiple YouTube channels. So sometimes I will tell myself that I need to do more. If you are not realistic about the things that you wanted to do, you will end up doing nothing. So that it will not work. Be realistic. Be realistic about what are the things that you can do. If you want to do 10 things in a day, you cannot do that. You cannot even properly do one thing. So that is something which is very important. Focus on one thing at a time. Like even like I manage multiple things, so like people will see that I'm managing multiple things, but I will not manage everything every single day. As I said, I do job every day. Apart from my job, I will make sure I will at least do 1 or 2 activities in a day. But it's not that I will do 10 different activities on every single day. No, it will not work. So you can only do 1 to 2 activities in a day, but you need to focus on that. You need to plan that, how to do that, how to divide them, what to do and when to do. So you need to be clear about all those things. So being realistic is also important. You will get enough value from this video if please hit the like button and share this video in network. Also, if you are a new visitor to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.